Alrighty. Who wants to earn themselves some XP by
Me.
summarizing last session?
Because I never fail.
What level are you?
2.
Oh, that must be nice.
I can't switch the tabs and characters for some reason. Thingy. Heck. There we go.
So are you doing it then?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Go on.
I was just waiting for people to finish talking. So last session on Reign of Rust, what happened is everyone met in a town and woken up at night to a bunch of golems dragging a family with their 2 children to be slaughtered and skinned alive. And then
Not quite.
I don't
Sure.
know how they went.
-1
That's
XP.
my issue. And through the valiant efforts of Xavier all alone, he saved 2 of them, I think? His daughter and a father, I think it was.
2 at the most, 3.
Maybe all of them. We don't really know.
The other one was
Stuff like that.
inconsequential. Accidental.
Well, the other guy is here, so, you know, I can just say whatever. And after that, everyone got together, had some fun, and we decided that we are going to take that guy down, and decided to cross the desert to a town to get help, which we encountered a sandstorm there, which a bunch of morons during a sandstorm coming fell over, and one went down a sand dune hill thingy, which cost some people some armor to get rusted or something. And then we made it into the town, and they were like, wow, you made it through the desert place of doom, and we're like, yep, pretty easy. And she was like, oh yeah, cool, okay, I'll help you guys for that. And yeah. And I bought a lot of coconuts.
That's right, you did. Sure. Alrighty.
Ooh, party.
Alright, so we're opening our scene. You guys have been in town for maybe a day and a half. You're here at the pleasure of the Queen of Red, and we open up. Who's most likely to be in a place looking for something?
No. Would I be?
Yokara is mostly learning stuff.
Okay.
So he won't be walking around.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll probably be exploring a bit.
All right. So maybe the 2 of you, you're in sort of the market square, looking for something, whatever it is that you're looking for. Loud. Let's try this one.
On the flipping picture I was using before.
That's even louder.
Yeah, that's better. All right. Yeah. I guess you're talking with a shopkeeper or whatever, just at a market stall, and across the way, an argument breaks out. I can see there's this guy, looks to be in his mid-30s or something like that. He looks pretty haggard, like he's been out of town, maybe even he's crossed the wastes. You're not really sure, but he's currently yelling, screaming almost at the shopkeeper that he's dealing with at the moment. It sounds like they're arguing over prices, stuff like that. And Both of you, Xavier and Jafari, roll a
Roll a what?
wisdom check.
That sounds like
Okay.
Crash Bandicoot music. Wow.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yay, an experience.
All
Yeah.
the one rolls though.
Yeah, alright, so Xavier, you get an experience. By the way, did you mark your experience for
Yes.
something about last week? Cool. So Jafari, you notice, he turns and looks around just for a brief second, and you catch a flash of red in his eyes, some kind of, I don't know, magical presence maybe. And as he turns to look back towards the shopkeeper, it pulls a dagger out from his belt, and he's yelling quite threateningly at the shopkeeper. Shopkeeper, in the meantime, is like, you know, telling him to get the hell out of my store or away from my place. You're not welcome here. I'm not going to trade with you. Blah blah blah. What do you do?
I might use some magic.
Okay.
Magic of anti-bad stuff.
I think what I'll do is I'll sneak up. I'll like walk up subtly and then like conjure just like a small projectile to sort of just hit his hand and knock his knife out.
Okay. All right. So roll your intelligence. So cast a spell.
Oh man.
7. Okay. So on a 7 to 9, the spell takes effect, but choose 2 or let the GM choose 1.
I'll let you choose one.
All right. I'm gonna say the casting saps your energy. You're gonna take -1 ongoing to cast it. You have a few minutes to clear your head.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you conjure this projectile, knock the dagger out of his hand. Meanwhile, Xavier, what are you doing? Xavier.
Sorry, what was that?
So the guy has gone for a dagger, was yelling at the shopkeeper. He pulled out his dagger and was threatening him. Jafari has sort of walked up, conjured a magical projectile, and knocked the dagger out of his hand. What are you doing during all this?
I would walk into get in between him and the shopkeeper.
Okay, just to sort of guard him a little bit. All right, so yeah, you knock the dagger out of his hand, and as sort of sidle up next to the shopkeeper, they're still yelling at one another, and the guy is noticed that he's dropped his dagger and looked at sort of the source of it, and now he's he looks down at the dagger and looks up at you, and now it's very clear, bright red. And he looks furious. He's even got a little bit of spittle in the sort of the side of his mouth, corner of his mouth. And he's saying something threatening, like Nelson.
Hello?
Something threatening like Nelson. Maybe he's just turned his computer on. I don't know.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of a Dungeon World session.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry.
You can stay and listen if you want.
Yeah, I'm sorting stuff anyway, so I'll just listen in.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So yeah, he looks down at the dagger and looks at you, and he's like, "What do you think you're doing? This is not concerning you." And he's sort of storming towards you, and he's gonna grab you by the sort of your shirt collar or whatever, and he's like threatening to punch you in the face.
Me or
No, Jafari.
Hold on. I'm gonna use magic again. What I'm gonna try and do is like sort of. Could I like kind of use some source to just like sort of throw him off balance and just like try to like trip him up?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sort of as he's walking towards you. Yeah. Yep. Oh, your intelligence.
Could I count that as a mask? Because it's like kind of misleading him.
Misleading, avoiding notice, cunning plans. No, because it's not misleading. You are
Yeah.
pretty directly, like interfering with him.
Okay. Alright, I'll get +1.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
'cause
yeah,
of
because
-1.
I gave you the -1. Yeah. Failure. Take an experience. He continues on walking up to you, and he's gonna punch you in the face. pretty down hard. You're gonna take 3 damage, not counting any armor, like as in don't count your armor against it. He's gonna punch you in the face, knock you to the ground, kick some dust onto you, and then he's rushing back. He's gonna pick up the dagger and he's ditching it at the shopkeeper.
it's a
How's
problem
Xavier?
between them.
Yeah, you said you're right there. So what, are you gonna do something?
Well, I would see him going for the dagger, so I would stop him doing that.
If you're next to the shopkeep though, there's a market stall in between you and him though.
Ah, so it's like that, isn't it?
Oh, you probably wouldn't have gone
I
behind
will-
it with him.
I would jump in the way of the dagger.
Okay.
Or no, well, you know, I'm wearing pretty thick armor. I reckon I'd be able to block it, unless it saved me from my head.
So I'm gonna get you to do the defense move. Where is it? I'm pretty sure it's Constitution. Yeah, there you go. Whoa.
And the dagger fling off me, then back into him.
So you've got 3 hold, and I guess you can to do like spend it 1 for 1 to do each of those one of those 4 things. So yes, I guess you can redirect the damage to yourself and deal damage to him equal to your level. I guess you can deflect it or catch it and throw it back or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I don't really want to hurt the guy. I'll just be like, sorry.
By the way, now that you've seen him like dead in the face, you've also seen
So he's like evil.
his eyes are like bright red, shining red, magically red.
Oh, magically. Okay.
Aim for the eyes.
Oh wait, is this similar to? Oh wait, no, that was another campaign, wasn't it? Yes, don't worry. Thinking of the cats that we saw in the forest. Now, there's no need for violence here. Calm down, little buddy.
Which 3 things were you doing for your defense?
I guess I'll, yeah, grab the dagger, destroy the dagger.
Destroy
And
it.
then- Yeah, and
Okay.
get him into a hold or something like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you are redirecting the attack from the thing you'd fend effect or damage, and you are opening the attacker up to an ally if they so choose, like you've got him on a hold. So I'm gonna roll what the damage would be, but you'll be taking half of that, which is covered by your armor, so you're fine.
I've only got 4 armor, mate.
Yeah, well, half of that is 3, and using 3 damage would reduce it to 0, so...
Take -1.
Yeah, and then sort of you... Given now that he's unarmed, you rush around, grab him into a hold. He's, like, yelling, flailing, like almost like he's having a fit, but not really. He's pretty strong, but this guy looks like he should be fairly weak. Like he, dehydrated and like pretty skinny, but he's like you're actually having to kind of struggle a little bit to hold him. Yeah, and he's just yelling and
It's not possible to get any words out of him.
no, I think if you ignore or get him to talk, he's just gonna like ignore you and or keep yelling.
Alright, can I try and knock him out then?
Yeah, okay, yep. Just give us a strength check. Yeah, you got him. So you like hit him with the with your gauntlet or something like that. Are you wearing? You're in chain, aren't you?
Scale armor.
Scale, yeah. So yeah, you knock him out with the sort of the glove that you've got. He drops to the ground, and the storekeeper comes over and he's like, "Oh, thank you very much. This is very distressing to me. Please, may I know your name? May I know who has helped me today?" Sort of holding out his hand to shake your hand.
I'll hold his hand and say while shaking it. My
Yep.
name is Sir Xavier. I am the proud knight of Prince Calvin Boldar.
Very nice to meet you. I am Yahari. It's very nice to meet you.
And you too,
I-
Yahadi.
I've just sort of gotten up and walked over, just like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, well, thank you very much. I mean, I'm sorry that he knocked you down in the dirt. But thank you very much. And he's sort of shaking your hand as well if you accept it.
Yeah, I do.
I suppose we must alert the guards. Get this man locked up in a safe place for the community, as it were. Thank you very much for your help.
No problem.
All right, so he sort of goes off to grab the guards, get this guy sort of arrested, locked up, settled down, that kind of thing. But yeah, I guess where Yokri and Calvin, where would you guys be?
Yokri would be just like trying to learn from whatever mentor or teacher there is in this place, just what kind of things they do.
Okay, so
Kind
there's
of
like
skills they have.
there's like a librarian type dude. He's like the sort of he's an advisor to the Queen, but he has a local sort of library and I don't know, research house, I guess you would call it. So he's sort of the person you go to for some knowledge. I guess maybe you're there.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And Calvin, where would you be?
Probably just cruising like around the town. Like not really
Okay.
doing anything in particular,
Cruising
but
and
just
boozing.
not boozing, but yeah, just having a look around the town, like checking it all out.
Sure. So, I think Yokri, as you're sort of in this place, you may be talking to the advisor, sort of librarian dude, about whatever it is that you want to find out about this place. I think there's a man, a red guard, comes in. He's wearing like sort of the Queen's Guard outfit insignia on his armor, and he's armed with a like a two-handed scimitar. And he sort of comes in. He's got a scroll in his left hand, and he hands it to you as he comes in. And he looks at you and he says, "You and your friends are summoned to the Queen."
Much appreciated. Would you like to me to get my friends now?
Yes, the Queen does not have much time.
Okay, I will attend to the matter as soon as possible. Thank you.
He like
He
heads
sort
out.
of, yeah, he sort of bows and nods his head, heads out and walks away.
While heading out, Joffrey reads the letter or scroll.
It's just a very official-looking summons to, for an audience with the Queen.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he just starts looking for everyone. I guess we probably all told each other where we were beforehand.
I think you can pretty much meet up with everybody without too much trouble. Sort of 10 minutes goes by. So, I guess we'll change scene to now you guys sort of stepping into the tent. Sort of the red and purple silk tent that she has there in the middle of in the middle of the upper district of this town. And she, as you guys come in, she's like, it's very nice to see you again. Please sit. And as you guys remember, there's like it's like sort of like a opium den, except without the opium. There's like beanbags and cushions and stuff around on the ground in this like silk flowing tent, and there's like bits of ribbon coming down from the ceiling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
As
Yeah.
Joffrey sits down, he goes, "We much appreciate your hospitality, Queen. How may we serve you?"
So also seated in the tent is the leader of her army. Now, what was his name? Haniel Joffrey. Haniel Joffrey. This guy.
Let's call him Honey.
You remember he's an Athanatos sort of darker skinned guy. He's wearing some pretty traditional armor made mostly of bone and leather, with some fairly bright colors sort of sewn into it, sort of on the on the edges of the armor and stuff like that. Yeah, so she says, quite soon, Mr. Aljufali will be taking a company of 80 or so men to march out to a town called Taraji. It's nearby, maybe a day's march. It cuts across the edge of the waste. He is to reinforce the town. It appears our enemy has taken some interest in the town. Exactly what, I'm not sure, but whatever it is, we must protect our people. I tell you this not because you are to join him, but because you will meet up there sometime later. You see, she pulls out this chest. It's mostly wood with some gold inlaid symbols. And the chest itself is sort of, I don't know, maybe the size of a woman's handbag today. Pretty small. Something that you might keep maybe jewelry in or something like that, Yeah, and she opens it up and sort of sets it in the middle, in between, like you guys are all sort of sitting in a circle, sets it out in the middle. And inside is a scroll, just a single scroll in the box. Looks pretty old, but it's still rolled up. Has red twine around the middle. She waits to like see that you've all seen it, and then she closes the lid, takes out a key and locks the thing. She says, "This is plans for some movements of our army. I need this to be taken under the guise of a gift to a man in the region. His name is Ismay al-Habib. He lives not too far from Haraji, in a cavern of sorts, a cave opening. You'll know it when you see it. Unfortunately, it is fairly deep into the waste. Now, you said when we first met that you had crossed the waste to get here. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Then you're the most experienced, the most equipped, perhaps, to cross it again and see my friend. It's very important that this reaches him. It's very important.
But when she says it's very important, Ilkarai like just raises his hand and goes, "We may have crossed the wastes, but it is a very difficult journey.
Of course, of
To
course,
assist you, we will need equipment
of
and
course.
supplies."
Yes, as my envoy, you would be able to get some assistance, food, water, some light equipment for your journey. Now, this can all be taken up in the armory, which is just across the way. It's a larger tent. A man inside named Habib. He will be able to help you. It's very important that this does not fall into the hands of our enemies. I'm sure you're very. I'm sure you're aware of that.
You can leave it to us.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, you'll be marching for the first few hours with the company under Mr. Al-Jufli. Please discuss with him any matters, concerns that you may have, and after your visit with Ismay, please return to Haraji. You can discuss how you might do so from Mr. Al-Jufli. Am I clear?
Yes.
Thank you very much. She sort of gestures that you can leave now.
By the way, is Rothkai like entering in the tent as well, or is he like told to be staying outside?
Who?
My pet, the wolf.
It's up to you. I mean, yeah. I mean,
He would initially bring it in, but if I told to keep it out, he would just.
all right. So if you brought him in with you, then he would send him out.
Just wanted to know.
Yep. All right. So, I guess as you guys exit, Hani Al-Jofli walks out with you guys, and he sort of looks up at the sky and at the sun, and he says, "It's a good day to march. I'll see you at the gates." And he looks back up at the sun. A half an hour? Does that suit you?
Yeah, Yakari replies, "Then I'll see you in half an hour, honey."
Thank you. I must see to my men. He walks off.
Yeah.
Alright, so is there any particular supply to get? You were given, you were told to go, if you needed anything, go to the armory and talk to a man named Habib.
And didn't we
everyone-
lose one of the tents or something?
Sorry?
Didn't we lose one of the tents or something last time?
I think it was the one of the wind wall things.
Yeah.
So I recommend we ask for like some extra water containers, because what we'll mostly need, just in case we do run out.
Oh yeah, can we fill up as
Yeah.
well?
Oh
Yeah,
you
you're-
fill up.
At any time in this city, you're able to fill up, like, there's a massive oasis, so like you just go down.
And 5's the max we can fill up, isn't it?
It's 3 per container.
Yeah, 3 per pouch.
Okay.
I recommend we at least have 3 or 4 pouches each, if we're allowed.
And keep your load in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already fill up. I mainly just want to fill up on rations and just have some extra water. Play it safe.
Can we only have 3 rations as well?
Isn't 5 the default thing?
Yeah, rations are 5 uses, I'm pretty sure.